Saenz, and I'm an eco-broker. That means a green realtor. I had my first energy audit done on a home I owned back in about 1983, and then I had my first energy audit done on this current home that I'm here in now about 2004 when we bought our home. Then I did a green refi after I'd done some retrofitting on my home and had another audit done in conjunction with that green retrofit and green refi. It was a bona fide green refinance wherein I got credit for the green retrofits I'd done, and so our house appraised for quite a bit more because the appraisers were trained in green components. And in fact, my story with my house is featured in the book that green lender has published. But today I'm having a training by Everblue, everblue.edu. The company was founded by veterans. I thought that was really neat. And I was asked if I would just hold my house open to have a training today. So I've got the blower door going. It's kind of noisy, but very interesting. I just wanted to take a minute and show you the blower door. Right now it's not running because it was running a while ago, and that's what all that loud noise was. It actually is a blower creating a negative vacuum in the house, but I'll let the trainer explain all that from this great training company training these energy auditors today.
Hi, my name is Bruce Oxendale. I work with Everblue Training out of Huntersville, North Carolina. What we're doing right with the blower door is we're depressurizing the house. When we depressurize the house, we take a pressure measurement across the fan. Our manometer converts that to a flow, cubic feet per minute flow, and we can then do two things with that. We can isolate where the leaks are in the house, and we can also find out how many air changes per hour are going on in the home. We're interested in air changes per hour for a couple reasons. One is we want to make sure that the house is not either too leaky or too tight. If it's too tight, you could have condensation, water vapor issues. If it's too leaky, obviously, it's a drain on your energy bills. So what we'll do is we've taken measurements of the house, we'll establish what the volume is, we'll take that, plug it into a formula, and find out what our blower door reading should be against what our blower door reading actually is. We'll compare the two of those, and then we can make recommendations to Betty as far as any changes she may want to make to the house.
In 83-ish, when I had my first energy audit, the energy auditor used a smoke pencil and went around the house and showed me where I was losing energy. Do y'all do anything like that nowadays?
We do that too, because we're training, and what we're doing today is more data collection and modeling is really what we're training. I do another certification, BPI certification, and that's when we'll be more interested in really isolating the leaks so we can go and air seal those leaks and put that in our reports at homeowner. But our main emphasis today is doing data collection and then being able to model this home. But yeah, we take it a step farther now because we have infrared.
Yes.
So we'll use our infrared cameras. The blower door, of course, exaggerates the leaks into the home, and we'll either be pulling hot air in or cold air in based on time of the year. Then we'll get a much more defined reading on our infrared camera. So we've taken it a step farther. Smoke pencils are good. It's a good tool for the customer to see, where the leaks are. But the infrared helps us to see things that you just can't see with the smoke pencil or with the naked eye.
And actually, I think my 2004 or 5 audit, he did use that, and in fact he also checked for moisture. He had a moisture meter as well. And
one of the other things we do as part of a normal auditing process for a health and safety audit is we'll check the gas lines to make sure they're not leaking. We'll check the gas stove to check the CO levels in that. We'll check the water heater to check the CO levels in that. We'll check the appliances. So it's more geared towards health and safety. Now the certification we're doing right now is adapting that next year, but we're not into that next year. So maybe if we're back in Austin, we'll come back up to your house next year and we'll be doing the health and safety check.
I'd be happy to have y'all do it here.
Great.
Thank you. here in my own home's attic, and as you can see, what I've done is I've had this foam sprayed in. What this does is it makes it a closed system. You know, my roof decking now is considered the outside of the envelope versus having the floor of my attic or the top of the insulation being the outside edge of the envelope. And so what this does is, in the summer now, it's 78 degrees no matter what the temperature is outside in my attic. And to get the foam, what I had to do is I had to enclose my gas water heater in this closet. I had to build a closet around it so it could have its own fresh air intake. And then what I had to do was, when I got my 2 new air conditioners and heaters, the heaters they have to install when you have the enclosed attic are actually considered 90% efficient. So therefore they're bringing in their fresh air and they're sending out what they exhale, you know, their intake and their what they exhale, so to speak, through these big PVC pipes. So those go out through the roof. Also on my roof, the shingle itself is Energy Star. It's kind of a light gray color, so that in and of itself helps reflect a little bit of heat during the summer versus like a dark brown or a black shingle type. And that's why it's considered an Energy Star shingle. So today I had a energy audit done where they put a blower door test, you know, on my home, and they checked my ductwork and so forth for leakage. And I'm curious to see what the results are, because I've had 2 other energy audits done, but today they were actually holding a class to teach auditors how to do the energy audits, and I had volunteered to let them use my home. So I'm curious about the results on this one. And but again, I wanted to show you this foam that I had blown in. It's easier to do it when you're building your home, but I did it as a retrofit of my slightly older Scott Felder production home that I'm in. And as you can see, it's, you know, kind of soft. It basically is designed to make it like you're living in an ice chest, so to speak, because if you've ever seen an ice chest that's coming apart, it has a material pretty close to this in between the plastic layers. So again, this is considered a closed system, a closed attic. One side benefit, I think, of having a closed attic is you don't have anything wafting into your soffits. During the 2011 fires, the firemen here in Leander said that a couple of the homes that caught fire were because the fences caught on fire up next to the house, and so they were underneath the soffits, and so the embers would waft up and be sucked up into the soffits, because normally a home's attic, you want air to circulate in it, and you know, but to me it doesn't make quite good sense, because you've got humid, hot air, and I know you're trying to get rid of some, and there's vents and there's ridge vents you can use, but I prefer this system of just a closed attic. And again, I think there's a small benefit too, or you could consider it a large benefit of, you know, having a closed attic where it's not drawing air in through the soffits anymore, but instead it's sealed. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you, and I just, you know, I'm retrofitting my home and trying to make it more energy efficient, and because of that I was able to do a green refi a couple of years ago, which I really enjoyed. Anyway, that's my 2 cents for the day on green homes and retrofitting.